you've pointed about the shortfall in revenue from all sectors, including taxes on profits and so on. With the COVID-19 having hit since March in terms of Trinidad Tobago, wasn't it reasonable to expect that there would have been significant shortfall in profits from different companies, and perhaps you should have been a little more conservative in your projections? That's the first question. The second question is with respect to the oil and gas, particularly the performance of the gas companies. Would you say? Can you explain what could be done to increase production, or is it at this stage government is really helpless in doing that?
Okay, with respect to the first question, as I've told you before, I just want to reiterate that when we do the budget exercise, because energy sector revenue is such a large part of revenue, we interrogate the Ministry of Energy just to make sure that the information we are getting is as accurate as it possibly can. And there are a number of areas that you get revenue from the energy sector, such as taxes on incomes and profits, royalties, supplemental petroleum tax, the other small taxes like the unemployment levy, the oil impost, and so on. What has happened is that there were projections, and this is not just from the Ministry of Energy, but also from the various energy forecasting organizations, such as the Energy Information Administration of the United States, the World Bank, the IMF, the European forecasters that forecast oil prices and so on. There were projections of price for natural gas going into 2021 post-COVID of somewhere in the vicinity of in excess of $3. That has not happened. That the gas price that we have received is significantly below that $3. But when you do your estimates, you have to base it on information you receive from the experts, so that we based our estimates of price after interrogating the officials on the figures produced by that ministry. And I can tell you, as I told you before, that the original estimates of revenue we got from the Ministry of Energy were not, in my opinion, realistic. They were a bit too high, so we cut them down. But as we go down now into the first part of this fiscal year, we realize the price we're getting is not what was projected, not just here, but abroad. But production is being severely affected. And I did some investigation into BP, for example. I understand there's some platform being constructed in Mexico that is required for maintaining and increasing gas supply in Trinidad and Tobago. And this is what I was told anecdotally, that this platform, the completion of this platform has been delayed by 6 months because Mexico is on a lockdown. So it's just that BP happened to select Mexico as a location for the construction of this platform, gas platform, and they're stuck. So COVID has affected the ability of the oil and gas companies to in a profound way in terms of production. So we're getting hit both by production decreases, and also by unforeseen prices. On the flip side, look at oil. Oil today is $60. That was not projected. The price of oil that we have in the budget is $45. So that the oil prices now are way above what we expected oil prices to be. But again, the estimates were based on the best available data from the experts, both here and abroad. If you check the EIA, if you check the World Bank, IMF, you would see they were projecting an oil price of $45 for 2021. It's 60, but they were projecting a gas price of $3.50. It's less than, it's closer to. So when you do your estimates at the beginning of the year, we in the ministry, we rely on the experts, we interrogate them, of course. With respect to what can be done in the energy sector, I think that will require a united approach between the government and the various companies. As you know, I'm the Minister of Finance, I'm not the Minister of Energy, but in my opinion, it definitely requires all interest groups coming together to see what can be done to increase production. I can't give you any specific answer at this point.